Hey guys, vlog number 4, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's number 4. Anyway, I just got done watching The Lazarus Effect. If you can see on the screen behind me. I've watched it 2 times before, but I rewatched it so I can do this. Apparently there was a lot that I forgot about the movie. That I couldn't remember, and I'm glad I rewatched it. I'm sure most of you have watched it as well, considering this wasn't a low-budget film, from what I gather, that it actually had previews, and it was in theaters, and it was on Redbox, and everything. That's when I first watched it, was Redbox, I believe. And then I watched it again when it became on Netflix. And then I watched it again just now. It's a pretty good film. It's pretty creepy, well thought out. I seem to notice a lot of things inside the movies that I watch and shows that I watch. Like, whether a girl's hair was messed up, but then it was fine, or things that were in certain areas but weren't again. You could tell that the scene was reshot. But in this particular movie, what I noticed is that after the dog was looking on her, Olivia Wilde, I'm pretty sure it's her, was looking over her after they brought the dog back. And then the next scene, when they're all talking inside the break room or whatever, inside their laboratory, the dog was further away from Olivia Wilde. But when they put the camera back, zoomed out again, the dog was laying against Olivia Wilde's chair. Now, I don't know if that was supposed to be caught or not, but I caught it. So those of you who have seen it and want to rewatch it, there are some things to look for and notice. For those of you who haven't seen it, I don't want to give much more away than I already have. But Olivia Wilde's character suffered a traumatic experience when she was a little girl. They weren't specific about the age. And from what I gather, she dedicated her life's work to giving second chances medically because of that experience that she had. So those of you who haven't seen it, I don't want to give too much away. And those of you who have, sorry I'm being vague, but this is for people who haven't seen it. More so. I did enjoy it. I mean, it didn't scare me. A lot of horror movies have not scared me. The only movie that did ever scare me was Stay Alive, and I'll do a vlog on that one. And I'll explain more about the only movie that ever really scared me. But this movie was well thought out. It didn't leave any unanswered questions except at the end. And the way, in my opinion, the way they ended the movie was showing that there might be a second one. But that's just my opinion. Those of you who have seen the movie probably know what I'm talking about. Those of you who haven't, you'll find out if you decide to watch this movie. It's called The Lazarus Effect. Again, I'll put it in the title on my vlogs like the rest of them. And I recommend watching it for those of you who like supernatural thrillers. Yeah, the movies that I've watched so far, I recommend them. The Veil, like I said in the Veil vlog, that'll be a very slow movie and you might lose interest like I did. But I was determined to finish it, and some of you may be determined to finish it no matter what too. So I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. The Lazarus Effect is a very good movie. Didn't scare me, but it might scare others. I mean, it was like Paranormal Activity. You know, those movies didn't scare me, but a lot of the previews like showed the audience watching it and they were scared. But you know, it takes a lot to scare me. And I'm not talking about jump scares. I'm talking about like jump scares that'll get a lot of people jumping. It takes certain ones to get me to jump, but I'm not talking about jump scares. I'm talking about like real fear, like that makes you believe that there's some part of this that's real. I won't get into my beliefs, but I do believe a lot of this can be real. But this movie I do recommend. It's very good. Olivia Wilde's the only name that I recognized. I do recognize all the people acting in this movie besides the security guard. I think the security guard was just like an extra with a few lines or something. But one of the names I see on there is Sarah Bolger. Now I am assuming that is the other female in this movie. The other main female, because there is another female, but Sarah Bolger, I'm guessing, is one of the main females' names, and she played Aurora in Once Upon a Time. There's another name, Mark Duplass. I don't recognize that name, but I'm assuming that's Frank, because he's one of the main men, like one of the main men. And I'm guessing he played the character Frank. I do recognize him. I'm not sure where I recognize him from. There's 2 more characters that are in this lab group. One of them is named Nico in the movie, but I'm pretty sure he played that a cappella singer from Magic Mike 2 that sang to the girl celebrating her divorce. He's also in something else, but I cannot remember. I think he played in a Nick Teen show. Not positive, but I think that's kind of making sense to me. That's probably where I saw him. Not positive again. And the last lab character that isn't the dog is, I recognize him from The Office. He played Michael Scott's nephew, the horrible intern or assistant or whatever, with an attitude. I do recognize him from that. I might have seen him in something else, but that's what I mainly recognize him from. So that's the background that I can give you without giving too much away. But if you do watch this movie, I hope you enjoy it. If you don't, please don't discredit me. I'm just giving my 2 cents on the movies that I watch. And, you know, those who haven't been Redboxed or been through a theater or been giving the proper advertisement is what I'm really looking for. But this one I decided to rewatch again and, you know, put that out there. I'm mainly doing, you know, thrillers and horror movies and, you know, stuff like that, but I'll also be doing comedies and I'll be doing all sorts of movies. But when I really decided to start vlogging, I decided to start vlogging, you know, horror movies, supernatural movies. supernatural movies and, you know, stuff like that, because I don't seem to get scared very often. And, you know, I've seen some, you know, thrillers and horrors that do have potential. And I thought that if I get my 2 cents out there, then maybe that'll spark up ideas for, you know, amateur filmmakers or professional filmmakers to, you know, up their game a bit. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do my vlog number 5 on Stay Alive so you guys can see why why that's the only movie that really kind of scared me. Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but you know what? I'll save it for vlog number 5. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If there's a movie out there or a book or anything that you want me to review, put it in the comments below. I know this is my 4th vlog, and I haven't said this before in the first 3, but you know what? If you came back to continue watching my stuff, then, you know, I will accept your opinions. Well, I'll accept anybody's opinions, but I'll accept, you know, suggestions of what I should watch, what I should read, what I should listen to, you know. But yeah, I think I'm saying it now because I'm really trying to get viewers. I'm really trying, you know, to be more sociable. I'm not very sociable. You know, I was a kid that read in the library during lunch and never really sat out at lunch during school. And I was the geeky kid, and still am geeky, but you know what? I'm not ashamed of it. Never really was, but didn't want to deal with the bullshit. So, but anyway, the Lazarus Effect. Give it a watch if you're interested. I'll put the information in the description like I have before, you know. And so yeah, thanks. Remember, if you have anything that you want me to review, put it in the comments, and I will look into it. Thank you. Deuces.